What's up, y'all? It's Marcellus Wiley, that dude. Let's talk about what y'all talking about, which is Kyrie Irving saying, I am not your YN. Y'all know what YN stand for, right? Hit the Google. All right. Ooh, damn. Yeah, he's not your YN. He got too much love for himself, too much love for God, too much love for his culture, too much love for his people. So we're going to take a deep dive into the culture, into the people. And we're going to criticize. We're going to also compare, and we're going to also talk culture. We're going to see what's going on with this and why this YN generation, it must be stopped. So we're going to take a deep dive into all of that. Before we do all that, make sure you support this channel by liking and subscribing. And also make sure you support the community by becoming a gym member, a giver every month through your donation to help with our resources and help with our mentorship. And if you just want to just be a volunteer, leave your email right there. Be like my man Scott Styles, who's a gym member who received this book, signed, sealed, delivered to his doorstep. Kyrie Irving, tell these YNs why they wrong, bruh.
The youngins be like the YNs. I don't support that YN generation, y'all. I'm apologizing ahead of time if you a YN and you love that name, bro. But that YN's like, I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro. I love God too much to be a YN. I'm just put it at that, bro. I love myself too much to be a YN, bro. You can call me an your YOG, whatever it is, but that whole, like, we have a common enemy, and y'all want to, you know what, y'all want to kill our own people, dog. Like, come on. I'm good. Anybody killing our own people? Again, I know war is war. I'm not getting into any gang politics. I shout out to all and salute to all the OGs out there that's really putting the morals and principles into these youngins and putting their best foot forward and being family men. But yeah, that generation, this young, nah, I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Y'all can have that name. Y'all can have that shit. I don't want nothing. I don't anything to do with it. I'm not connected to it. Nothing.
Say it, big dog, with your bad self. All right, let's talk through this. YN, right? Young ninjas, right? Let's talk through it. Now, the culture at large has tried to make the N-word a term of endearment. And I would say by usage, largely they did. They were successful. Obviously, nothing's perfect. So you get the occasional racial issue that comes from when someone outside of the black culture says that word. And I say culture, not just black race, because their pass is given, you know, somebody who's allowed to say it because he grew up around it, the white guy, etc., the Latino guy. You go to New York, all the people speak it and say the N word. Now, y'all know, and I've told you too many times, I don't use it anymore, but I grew up using it. But I put it behind me because of the power of that word and how I think it's slanted towards the negative, not towards the positive. We're not here to discuss that. We're here to discuss what Kyrie Irving was talking about. And as a black man, he says he doesn't support that word, that phrase, YN, and the culture, which is a lot of it leading to the undermining of the black experience in this country. The criminality, you know, what comes with the culture, which is the thoughts, the words, the actions, the belief system that YNs and people who support that all buy into, right? And then it becomes a code. It becomes this invisible, like, restraining, that this fence that keeps you in, and you got to be this or you not down. You're not a YN. We all know how it goes with any word, any phrase. That's how it does. It locks you into that. And then you got to violate it to actually do things that are higher, that are aspirational, that are actually your true dreams, your own unique dreams, not just the reality you were born into. So the thing that caught me off guard, though, what Kyrie Irving said is we have a common enemy. Now, I don't know what he exactly means by that, but if I had to guess, I'm thinking he's saying white people, but I don't think it's that, because we all know, and Kyrie Irving's a highly intelligent individual, that this world is not based on race. It's based on a different color, and it's the color green. It's based on class, right? So in that conversation, I don't want to put words into his mouth, but maybe he'll, or somebody beat it up in the comments, let me know what he really meant by common enemy. Because if you're walking around here thinking that your problem is outside of you, let me tell you, like my coach says, it's okay to lose, but it's not okay to beat yourself. It's okay to lose, baby, but it's not okay to beat yourself. YN culture is us beating ourselves. Don't believe me? Want to kill the messenger, not the message? Okay. Well, I know in our culture, too many times we've heard, even when it was back Martin Luther King, when he went from civil rights to silver rights, or present day with Thomas Sowell, who's someone that they've successfully buried in many respects, his intelligence and his genius. He's like Yoda, but he's already attacked these issues, socioeconomic issues, and he attacked them by saying the culture is the issue, right? And we all know it has to be the issue because too many times we see people of color come to this country and pass us by as foundational black Americans, as they say, right? You are black American, and then you watch somebody from Nigeria come and pass you by. Right? You see somebody coming from a different country, dark as you or darker than you, passing you by. Thought it was a color issue. Well, we all know it's not. It's a class issue, and it's based off of culture. So, don't believe me? Let's talk, YNs. Become a gym member with Project Transition. As a giver every month, small gifts have a big impact in creating real change. Not only will you transform lives, you'll also win and unlock once-in-a-lifetime experiences. Join me, Marcellus Wiley, in making a real impact through Project Transition, a global giving community dedicated to uplifting underserved youth with mentorship, education, and access to real opportunities. Your donation doesn't just enter you to win unforgettable prizes and exclusive experiences with myself and other gym members. It fuels our mission to empower the next generation of leaders, dreamers, and game changers. From after-school programs, life skills camps, and career development, every dollar helps unlock potential where it's needed most and where every person makes a world of difference. Give back, win big, be the difference, be greater than your greatest excuse. Support Project Transition today. Become a gym member and help turn obstacles into opportunities. We're going to go through these categories pretty fast, YNs. I know y'all attention span is not long. Let me stop. Here we go. Socioeconomic category rankings. I just want to keep it simple. Asian, white, Hispanic, and black, okay? I'm just letting you know what the YN culture equals out to. And it's not just the YNs, it's the old N's too, the ONs, right? Because we weren't necessarily on anyway. Median household income. Let's just say we are in fourth place of those four categories: Asian, white, Hispanic, black. Okay, you see the numbers right there. Median net worth, we are in fourth place. Home ownership rate, we are in fourth place. Let me be nice and say fourth place, but let me be real and say last. Okay, single family home ownership rate, last. Bachelor's degree or higher, third. Okay, there we go. Hispanics have fourth place. High school graduation rate, last. Unemployment rate, last. Poverty rate, last. Life expectancy, last. Business ownership per capita, we're tied for third and fourth, right? Us and the Hispanics. And they're surging, they're coming. This continues, they're gonna pass. Very short order. Incarceration rate, last. And a gap there, you see very high. Student loan debt, last. Marriage rate, last. Lowest rate. Divorce rate, last. Tied for last. High with Hispanics. Median individual earnings, last. Median individual earnings for the women, last. Men and women, last. Children raised by single parents, last. 64% raised by a single parent. 14 of the 17 categories, we're in last. I only bring that up because I want to compete. I want to compete. And like they say, life is a competition between you and yourself. I want to compete with the best version of who I can be. I want to challenge everybody to be the same, be greater than your greatest excuse. The common enemy is not out there because you know your best friend is yourself, and you also know your worst enemy is yourself. So if I'm speaking in general, I'm talking to the black people, black culture, that it's time to compete. And if you want to compete like we did in sports, like we did in football, coach says, turn off the lights. We're going to watch film. And we just went through that. And we saw all those rankings. And imagine that was your team. Imagine it is your team. And it's time to be critical. And we could say, look, slavery, systemic issues, we all know that. But then there's also people coming in here who have their own histories there or here and still aren't last in so many categories. What's the real reason? What's the real answer? I say it's culture. I've studied this, whether it's trying to look at it from a racial lens, looking at it from a class lens, looking at it from a cultural lens, I would have to prioritize. They all count, they all matter, but I'm going to say it's culture, class, then race. You beat it up in the comments. You guys let me know what you think about all of this, and let's break it down. All right? So now, you know what we do on this show, boy. And I'm not a YN. I don't even use the N-word no more, but I ain't going to be like, I ain't Sharif and Menace talking about, you can't use it. Get yourself, like do you. But I'm just trying to tell you how you can do you and be your best. All right, so now, you know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. But before we flow, boy, we check in on your dough, boy. So go to Monitor Debt Resolution if you're in debt, medical debt, credit card debt, student loan debt, personal debt. Man, 400 years ago, slavery debt, whatever it got to be, some kind of debt, right? Present day, I went to school trying to close the gap debt. Whatever it is, hit that QR code or go to pt.monitordebt.com. Be like Patrick, who is recently divorced, got kids, they got to relocate. Well, that's a little debt he's incurring. Next year, he will be debt-free because he has a plan for Monitor Debt Resolution. Check the link in my description for your financial wellness prescription. That's Monitor Debt Resolution. 866-204-0071. 866-204-0071. Now, you know what we do on this show, boy. One thing I know a YN loves is a flow. Let's go get it. We flow, boy.
Why do you go out and work for him?
Because I love him. That's why.
Come on, YNs. Hope you know I love you. That's why I'm talking about you.
That's your answer.
Yo, I ain't your YN. Nah, I ride for me. Self-love deep-rooted like the olive tree. God in my chest, no chain, just grace. So don't expect me to tap dance in y'all space. Nope, I ain't bowing down for fame or a click. I speak truth raw, even if the tone don't stick. They call me weird cause I move with divine plans. I ain't confused, I just ain't shucking for fans. Nah, I ain't your yes man, I'm God's man. Built on faith, not the gram or the scam. Love myself too much to play that game. I speak on truth even if y'all throw flames. Now let's talk culture. Where we really at? We flexing broke habits with a Gucci hat. Talking about wealth, but we fearing the books. Then wonder why the world keeps stealing our looks. Other folks coming in building with pride while we stuck on who real and who switch sides. We need schools, stocks, land, leverage, not another diss track, chain or beverage. They say we kings but act like pawns. Sacrifice morals for likes and cons. We hustle hard, then blow it all fast. But legacy ain't built from just living in the past. I ain't your yes man, I'm God's man. I walk in purpose, not a follower's plan. Love my people, but we gotta evolve, cause freedom ain't free without inner resolve. Immediate deep, let my chakras align. While they tweeting drama, I'm protecting my mind. I'm not against the culture, I just wanted to rise. More builders, more thinkers, less lies. Stop saying we can't. We built this place from fields to fields of gold. Look at our face. But we gotta drop crabs and pick up unity, cause the ops ain't stopping, they just using weed. So call me crazy, call me woke or strange, but I'm just a king who refuses those chains. Love myself, my God too much to ever sell out, even if the price is clutch. Nah, it ain't too much. Do not trust. Let's go get this thing, man. I hear you, Kyrie. Wow. This is Marcellus Wiley with an urgent message for anyone struggling with over $10,000 in credit card debt. Here's what you need to do right now. Visit pt.monitordebt.com. They've helped thousands reduce what they owe by dealing directly with creditors, cutting balances by 30, 40, even 50%. This isn't a loan. This is a proven debt settlement program where you make affordable monthly deposits while they do the heavy lifting. Many clients become debt-free in 24 to 48 months. Don't wait another day drowning in interest. Call 866-204-0071 or visit pt.monitordebt.com. Your financial freedom is waiting. It's just one phone call away. It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I think the verse.
Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation, so